1994, I released this album, and this was called Facade, and it was the second tape I ever released. And the reason why I want to talk about it today is because this album was almost done with only one synthesizer, which was the KAWAI K4R, which I owned back in the 90s. I sold it in 1997, I guess. It is a very cool rumpler, and back in 2016 I decided to get the rack mount version, which is the K4R. And you know, talking about this synth is the main reason I'm doing this video today. But just before, let's listen to the music I made with it back in the days. So in the title, I mentioned that this is a kind of a cheap Roland D-50, and that sums it pretty much, in my opinion, because this is the same idea. This is a rumpler, which means that it is sample-based. There are sample contained on the rum chips, hence the rumpler name. So what exactly a Roland D-50 do? The first thing that you hear of each sound of a D-50 is a sample. These samples serve as a starter, okay? It's for the transient of the sounds, and then the synth engine kicks in. So at the end, what you hear is a very complex waveform generated by the processor of the synthesizer. So Roland called this technology linear synthesis. So this is for a D-50. This, on the other hand, works practically in the same way, but not exactly with the same results. So yeah, this synth relies a lot more on the sample-based portion of the whole idea, and you can hear it. You can always hear artifact and glitch and looping in each sound, and it's far from perfect. But for me, it's way more interesting to work with this thing than working with a D-50, which is kind of pristine and perfect. Lots of the sounds are cold and metallic, but in the other end, this have a very cool low-pass filter. It's digital, but nonetheless, there's a sweet spot that you can hit with this filter when suddenly what was very cold and harsh can become very warm. And this unit has a tremendous drum bank right there. Yeah. And and also in the back you have the stereo jacks, and then you have 6 individual outputs plus the MIDI jacks right there. But to be quite honest with this synthesizer, I had never used these individual outputs. I'm always plugged in mono, and yeah, that do the tricks for me. I use my laptop. I use Sysex MIDI protocol to communicate with the synth, and you know, on the internet it's quite easy to find a lot of program sound, and once in a while I will connect my laptop to it and I will completely at random import whole new banks into it, and sometimes I found a very cool patch that I can tweak on the spot. So when I fire it up, it's kind of having a new synthesizer.
Tu as fait une belle connerie.
Okay, VHxRR is Kent Herzog from Von Herzog and Rod Rowe from Cause and Effects, and together they have just released this album called The Persistence of Memory, and it was released last month on Lakeshore Records, and this album is Bonkers. It's kind of a Depeche Mode meets The Cure, and the songs are very good. They asked me to do a remix of one of their songs, which I did, and I was very honored to do it. Go check them out, VHxRR. Check out for the links in the video description.